Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested and ready to begin your day and beginning to kick off your weekend, I suppose, is your daily insight on life and love for April 16th, 2021, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching in time, it could be relevant, it could not be relevant, it could just be a good show, it could be really in depth. But anyway, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in depth, and intense. So whether or not this resonates, if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in the DMs. All right, we're going to kick this off with Rider Waite, and let's just see. It really looks like the pause is very short-lived, and that ding, it might be validation. It might be validation for you. But look, I know that this is upsetting. You're not really good with being told to wait, are you? There's a reason why this is happening. There needs to be work in the space in between the pause. So what this is meaning for you is whatever you can reserve on freaking out right now is going to be met tenfold with, I guess, even more inflow. Whether it's finances, whether it's love, whether it's opportunity, I'm seeing an inflow based off of how patient you are in this situation. And it's actually really necessary, this pause. I know it feels like there's something lost in it, but no, there's only things that can be gained in this situation. And it's really important that you maintain your being grounded, maintain being calm, maintaining holding space lovingly for a situation. It doesn't mean that you stop your entire life. It means that you just pause, breathe, go find something else to do right now. Take your focus off of this. Watching this is not going to be something that's conducive for you. If anything, it'll make you want to lose your mind. Patience and expression and actually internalizing are two very different things that are going on here. You can be calm on the outside all you want, but if you are inwardly freaking out, you are not doing the work, and it will show up in various ways. So let's cut it to the quick on this one. It is going to be important that things slow down and that we don't make any sort of hasty decisions. Any sort of knee-jerk reaction on this is going to be something that really bites you in the butt. You're avoiding a major disaster by not having a knee-jerk reaction. So what I'm seeing here is... Sorry. The bells keep going off, baby. This is a change in course. And everything that was on the other course with you is coming along on this one. It's important that everybody take into account where they are, what their needs are that need to be met, and move it into another space. So that being said, what you're experiencing as a failure right now, or internalizing as a failure, is anything but. It's taking stock on the situation and seeing what the best course of action is. But you need to do this for yourself without the over consideration of other people, and you'll be surprised at what matches up on the other path with you. You're not running from anything. You're not abandoning anything. You're letting this environment of a situation dissolve so that you can move on to something that is more substantial for you. And I do see that this is going to be met with more than one person. There is, we have the 10 of Pentacles here. This has, I know that this sounds stupid, but I really do feel like this has riches of all sorts. Emotional riches, financial riches, opportunity riches. This has so much richness to it on so many levels, and there is a sense of mutual loyalty. Everybody has an incredible dedication to this, and that's just not something that you can ignore. What seems to be the backspace right now, it's going to launch you into some sort of greatness on this one. So see this as the waiting period that it is. Take your focus and do it, and put it on something else. Let this slow down, let it dissolve what it needs to. And don't worry your pretty little head at night. It's time for you to really start working on your inner peace. It is so important to have inner peace despite the outward circumstances. So we're going to see why this situation had to come to a pause the way that this is. Like, what was the substance underneath where we all need a redirection? Do you have any weekend plans? Are you going to remember them? I'm just kidding. I don't drink or anything like that. Oh man, I went live on my TikTok today and 1,500 plus people showed up. That blows my mind. I had so much fun. I was only on for a half hour. I'm doing like 1 or 2 lives a week. And it's been really awesome connecting with so many people all over the world. And it's so important that I learn the different languages now. Ugh. Like I'm picking up Spanish and Swedish right now. I'm pretty good with French. And ASL really doesn't, you know, help me out online. Actually, it probably can. I need to backtrack on that one. I love ASL. Okay, so what's the substance underneath that needs to dissolve? That is redirecting us. Let's focus on that. Sorry about my little side piece right there. There was a lot of negativity around the situation, a lot of healing that needed to happen, and everyone being involved in the scenario, you, the other part of this, it wasn't helping the way anyone thought it was. It wasn't moving anything along. If anything, it was just adding pressure, and this is something where you had to surrender. It has this sense of defeat, which is really not defeat. And now that there's this space and there's no pressure from any one party, now the person involved in this, whether it's you and your part, them and their part, who else and whoever's part, they have this massive drive to just move away from this, do the work that they have to do, and then whoosh, here it comes right in front of you. And I do see that this is incredibly impassioned. I do see that this is something that is causing a massive change in not only your life, and everyone else's lives too. This is life-changing here, and it is a fullness. We are getting rid of everything that doesn't serve us now, and then we're moving away from all that negativity, all that bogged down energy. We're done with it. It's not going to suit us. So that's the substance underneath and why everything is the way that it is right now. Spirit, what's the advice? And then we're going to go to some mini reads because I'm definitely feeling the postcards from Spirit on this. So do it. We're gonna do it. Okay. The same card came out again. Surrender. Keep surrendering. You surrendered. Just keep surrendering. No, that's good. You're doing good. Couldn't have done it better myself. What the heck? Come on. Oh. It's going to take time, baby. You got to get over your nerves. Keep surrendering. This is going to be a consistent test of your nerves. Know that this is incredibly protected. There's a big independence streak that needs to be earned in this. There's a loudness that is growing inside of you that I really don't want you to hold back for any one person. This is going to be part of your personality, and I want you to bring it to the forefront. And look, this is facing the sun. I really do feel like the sunflower is one of the most joyous flowers out there. So this, I can't help but go towards the sun card, which is the happiest card of the deck. Do whatever it takes to express your joy. If it's not joy in the situation, which I can understand that in this moment, then it's joy for where everything is leading you, the great surrender to spirit and where the great roads that this is going to take you on. And you want to know what? I love the wands. I do, because it's action, it's passion, it's also time taken. But I love this beautiful beast right here because she's staring out and daring anyone to mess with her. Go ahead, see what happens. F around and find out. I'll hit you with it. Go ahead and try me. She's not one that you want to mess with. She doesn't give a what about anything. She knows who she is. She's on her throne. She's looking out. She's seeing what's on the horizon. And you want to know what? She knows that this is going to be worth walking to. She is facing towards the horizon. That makes me think of a song that's on my playlist. If you have YouTube, Spotify, whatever, look up this song. Oh, I'm such a sap. I really am. It's never gonna go away, and I don't want it to. That's something I'm internally grateful for. All right, so Horizon. It's by Aldous Harding. So look up the song Horizon by Aldous Harding and listen to it. It is such a beautiful song. I would play it here, but I'm not really looking to have a copyright thing going on. Not gonna do it. It's not on the cards. And there's also another one too that, Smother. It's by Daughter. So the song is Daughter. Wait, no, the song is Smother by the group Daughter. Listen to those two songs that I just directed you to and let me know what your thoughts are. That's all right, I'm a sap. You're welcome. Okay, so the advice, I just gave it. Now I want to go to the mini reads. I'm definitely feeling the postcards from Spirit, so listen with an open heart and an open mind in all of them. They're going to be messages from either a loved one who has crossed over or from your main guide. So again, this is somebody who's really looking out for you. Check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind the actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? You may be drawn to a certain path because you think it'll bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you'll see a reflection of the outer world, of the motives that drive you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul calls you, towards joy, discovery, growth, or adventure, participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it? If you can step forward, surrender to whatever Spirit has in store for you, you will be amazed how things turn out. Check your motives and then hand them over to Spirit. Everyone here wants what's best for you. Life loves you more than you know. And even though life seems to be moving full steam ahead, it's time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and magic of dreaming. You may feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with Spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from Source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune into what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and in the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. The funny thing about reading these is when I do the mini reads, I literally have a minute to read them because I post them on TikTok. And sometimes the words get kerfuffled. So sometimes I'm reading something and it'll come across as different than when I'm reading it on here. God, I can't help it. All right, so here's another one. All your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful. Praise things before they manifest and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that'll only bring you more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts as a testament to your faith in a higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty, so you'll be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, and understanding and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. In this situation, and whoever you are communicating with, I do feel like there's been a shock of reality, and it's not necessarily bad, but I do feel like whatever rose-colored glasses you have been wearing, they kind of were smacked off your face in the most figurative way possible, or that's literal. I'm so sorry. But anyway, you have some needs that need to be met, and you need to be assertive and speak your truth about them. Don't water them down as if you can bring somebody this absolute watered down mess of a need and build them up to where you need them to be. You're not somebody who needs to be adapted to. That's a load of garbage. No, you're stronger than you know. I want you to break this barrier and what you have in connection to whoever this is involving. It's not something that is scary in action, but the anticipation of standing up to whoever is involved in this is what's intimidating you, because there is a fear that they could reject you or that you could just be gone. No, that's not going to happen. You are stronger than what you realize in this situation, and you asserting your needs, not forcing somebody to meet them, but giving them the opportunity to address it and meet them if it's authentic inside of them, is something that is actually genuinely important, and it's probably going to play out the way that you think it will in a positive sense. But also, I think that they didn't even realize how important this was. But also, if they don't know, then how can they show up in that way? So it's going to involve not training, but changing what is ever in their authenticity to step up. But also be prepared that this is something that you'll have to step up to as well, because you're not the only one who has needs that need to be met here. And if you can compatibly meet up with somebody else's needs, then this is going to be a wonderful merry-go-round. But if not, then you have to address it and readjust the situation in a different way. No matter what, this is going to work in your favor, either freeing you up for something greater or allowing this to be something great. And it doesn't even have to be in a romantic form. So there's that. What's this? Nope, not feeling that. It's time for everybody in this situation to compromise. This is absolute fate. But, all right, this is aside from the pause that we're experiencing. After the pause, I do see everybody coming to the table and having an opportunity to speak their piece, speak what's in their heart, what's in their truth, and then have everybody come to a compromise. Some things are going to be out of your control. This is not going to be all compromise. Some people do have legitimate non-negotiables, and those will be addressed in this time too. This is a really important time to go through everything and read the fine print, go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Everything is going to be discovered in this connection down the road when it comes to the appropriate time. No matter what the circumstance look like right now, as far as discomfort or as chaos or as, even quietness, this is absolutely alignment. You are in alignment. This is perfect for where you are. And I wouldn't be afraid if I were you. This is a ginormous time to rest and address yourself in this. And then, again, once everything gets rolling again, it'll happen very organically. You need to understand that this will happen organically. Then you can readdress it. So that's where this is going. And if you follow all of this advice, let's see what's on the other side of this, huh? Tell you what. Oh, man. All right. Ooh. Victory, huh? Babe. I love it. Let's do this. Wait. Okay. Sorry. I have a low-cut top on, and I thought that something just flew into my shirt. No control freak, no prison, self-imposed prison. Oh God, wonderful emotional connection here. And it feels like being able to read into everything with an unbiased view. We're looking at it completely objectively. Oh, this is gonna grow. Yep. We're not going to jump ship. We're not going to fight. Ooh, this is going to be a lot of work, but a lot of dedicated work and a lot of loyalty, a lot of relationships coming together on a very strong front. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic. These are very important connections that are coming into play that are going to be very fruitful for your life. Whether it's romantic or not is totally your call. However, whatever it is, get ready for stress. Be gone. I love it. Spirit, this is so great. Okay. Take your time. This is going to be restful. There's nothing that's going to be lost. The pacing yourself in this is going to allow for everyone to rest, and it's going to take the pressure off of everybody. So let's see. Too many cards. Getting out of the hangman position and being of action. Okay. This is going to be very co-creative and action-oriented, and it does feel very secure, very protected, and very slow to some sort of finish point. This is a constant state of evolution, but everybody's taking their time. There is a huge sense of respect and appreciation, understanding, and compromise and integrity in this. God, you're awesome. This is going to be great, and it is going to take the stress off of you. So just breathe. And what seems to be a discomfort right now, everything is growing. Everything is coming together. It's going to rock. You know this doesn't end at midnight. So that being said, if you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out. This is a projection of your future based off of current circumstances and if you follow the advice. So I hope that this finds you well. Go rock the day and make it yours. I'll talk to you all soon. And until then, stay safe, have fun, and know how greatly you are loved and appreciated. You know the deal. Think of a loved one who's crossed over. If you can't think of anybody, it's fine. It's going to be from your main guide. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. Do it. Okay. All your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that only bring you more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers as sacred gifts and as a testament of your faith to the higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty so you'll be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, and understanding and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good of both you and life. Sometimes your prayers are not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. Love, Spirit. You know the deal. Think of a loved one who's crossed over. If you can't think of anybody, it's fine. It's from your main guide. Just listen with an open heart and an open mind. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Even though life seems to be moving full steam ahead, it's time to rest. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You may feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. This is a powerful process of co-creation. Your soul merges with Spirit in a profound way so that you can receive your music directly from Source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune into what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and in the invisible. Don't worry, we'll wake you when it's time to return to a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Loving you always, love, Spirit. Think of a loved one who's crossed over. If you can't think of anybody, it's fine. It's going to be from a main guide. Check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions that you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a specific path or a certain path because you think it'll bring you the feelings related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motives that drive you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul calls towards joy, discovery, and growth? Or adventure, participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it? If you can step forward, surrender to whatever Spirit has in store for you. You will be amazed by how things turn out. Check your motives and then hand them over to Spirit. Everybody here wants what's best for you. Life loves you more than you know. Love, Spirit. Think of a loved one who's crossed over. If you can't think of anybody, it's fine. It's going to be from your main guide. Just listen with an open heart and an open mind. Going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now's the time for you to act, stir up some energy, and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and that you'll feel the satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we'll match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win at the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so much. Love, Spirit. Ooh, that went fast. Okay, let me know how this turns out. Why are you running? Why do you feel the need to keep going and going and going and going and going? Why is this a thing with you? I get it. It's this constant state of learning and not wanting to be settled in one place, but it comes off as running right now. Look at what's happening. I get it. You've been really working on yourself and working on your path, working on your spirituality, whatnot. But you want to know what? There has to be a point where you appreciate what you've learned and sit with it for a little while. This comes as, you avoiding something about yourself. Why can't you sit with yourself? Why can't you be content with what you have done so far? Why can't you even acknowledge what you've done so far? Look, this whole chasing, it comes off again as fear. What would happen if you stopped? There's nothing to be afraid of. As long as there's breath in your body, you are a student. You don't need to chase something. You don't need to run from anything. I hope it made sense. Did reality just kind of smack you in the face with this? I think that we may have been lost looking at the world through rose-colored glasses for a while, but now we're seeing it as it truly is. So now, instead of just kind of going along with everything and thinking that, yes, it'll work out, and letting other people take the direct driver's seat in this, how about you speak your mind and your truth and do it unapologetically? It's time for you to assert yourself. You have a clear view on things. You have a clear view on what's going on, what your needs are, and how they need to be met. It's time for you to really voice that. I know that this is going to be met with some worry about what the opposing party to this will respond with. However, you got to break that barrier, and you have to, not expect more, but have people step up. I really hope that made sense. Not a time of control, but a time of compromise, considering what everyone's needs are and what needs to absolutely be met, what the environment calls for, and honestly, you still being in your truth. This is a great time for exploring and see what common ground everybody can reach in this situation, whoever's involved in it. It's really an important time to stir things up and see what you can accomplish. I think that if everyone puts their heads together in this, there'll be the best possible outcome that nobody anticipated, and I think that it's a much higher level of integrity than what it would have been before if people were more reserved. It's not a time for reservations. Everything is in alignment. Everybody's coming to the table. Everybody's going to be heard. So it's important that we be heard, unfiltered. So I want to see what this turns out into with you. So feel free to put that in the comments. But stay safe, have fun.